Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome. A very warm welcome. So, I hope I'm being audible to you. Please say a yes or no, and then we can start. Uh, Good mock. How was your mock test? Was it good? Yeah, it was good, right? Uh, we'll just connect. We'll do the connection part. Okay. I hope I'm being audible. Okay. Sure. So let us start then. A very good mock. Before that, just going to one of the feature which you can find in test. So whenever you go to the test portal in Oliveboard, we have something called as Olive score. Okay. So when you click on the Olive score, you get your complete analysis of a mock, complete competence, coverage, consistency, speed, stability, error profile, trend. How much is the trend? See, you can get an advanced report of the live test. Okay. Going down, you can get a overall score, how much score you have got, what is your percentage of accuracy, what was your percentage of attempts, correct? Then you can go to recovery playlist, go to algebra, just have a look how many questions you attempted, how many you got right, correct? Then going down, this is also topic wise, so you can get it for GKGS also, like polity, you can get these ones. Okay, so it is in depth analysis. Mocks are nothing without a good analysis. So you will get a good analysis here. Do try out this option. I would recommend. Okay, chalo then. Let us start with the mock solutions. I hope everything good. Am I audible? Am I good enough? Audible good enough? Okay, chalo. Who is the author of the novel The Paradise of Food, written in Urdu originally and which won the 2022 JCB Prize for Literature? So, which novel won it? Which novel won the JCB prize? Who authored it? The Paradise of Food. Who authored it? Remember? Khalil Javed. So, originally it was written by Nemat Khana, as Nemat Khana by Khalil Javed. Okay. It won the 2022 JCB prize for literature. Please keep in mind. Okay. Let us go ahead. Sure. Next. Mangroves are, there are two statements. Please be careful. This was just asking which of the statement are correct. Okay. Mangroves are salt tolerant trees and shrubs found in tropical and subtropical intertidal coastal zones. And India's largest mangrove cover is found in Sundarbans. Statement 2 says mangroves are considered carbon sinks. Yes, because they sequester. Sequester means kind of store, absorb significantly more carbon per unit than tropical rainforest. The carbon stored in mangrove soil is called blue carbon. So, what do you think? Which was right? Which was right? Both the statements were right. Okay. India has almost, you can see the total number of area covered 4,900, almost 5,000 square kilometers of mangrove. Sundarban being the largest of them. Correct? Bangladesh is the world's largest mangrove forest. Other significant mangrove areas are in Gujarat, Andaman Nicobar, and Odisha. So you need to remember this. Odisha, Bhitarkanika, correct? Yes. So please keep this in mind. Chalo. Let us go ahead. So both the statements were right. Okay. Which enzyme present in human pancreatic juice breaks down emulsified dietary fats into fatty acids and glycerol? So which was it? A direct question from biology. Yes, direct question. So which was it? It is lipase. Pancreatic lipase is the primary enzyme responsible for hydrolyzing emulsified triglycerides. Correct? Am I right? Bile salts. Bile is released by liver. So they do not contain digestive enzymes. They emulsify large fat globules into microscopic droplets. Okay, easy. So please remember Emulsified dietary fats into fatty acids and glycerol is broken down by lipase, pancreatic lipase. Okay, next. Which of the following best describes the core design principle of Charbagh system used in Mughal architecture? So, a very direct question, I would say very easy question. It is direct, like Char Bagh. Char, four, Bagh, garden. Correct? So, it was a four-part rectangular garden arrangement divided by intersecting water channels. You want me to show it to you? You want me to show it to you? Just give me a moment. I'll just show it to you so that you remember. Can you see? One, two in this image. One, two, three, four. And this is divided by water intersections. Okay. See, water intersection. One, two, three, four. This is the Charbagh style. Okay. Easy. So Charbagh style was formed garden arrangement divided systematically into four quarters. Charbagh is four gardens, as we already discussed. Mughal Charbagh gardens were commonly organized within rectangular vault. Okay, and there will be water channels with maybe fountains. Fountains, so they have put now. So please remember this. The historic Chittagong Armory raid of April 1930, which dealt a severe psychological blow to British colonial authority, was planned and executed under the leadership of which of the following leaders? Which was it? So it was Master Da. Now, who was Master Da? Surya Sen was the Master Da. He was known as Master Da. Okay. He had led the Chitgaon Armory Raid 1930. Correct. He was known as Master Da. Kakori train dacoity happened in 1925 by HRA, Hindustan Republican Association. So Raj Bihari Bose is responsible for what? Creation of INA. He created INA. Later, he transferred the leadership of INA to Subhash Chandra Bose, correct? Bhagat Singh is associated with HSRA. And Naujawan Sabha, Bharat Naujawan Sabha was started by Bhagat Singh. See, from just one, I'm trying to decode all the options for you so that you cover a more, peripheral learning happens. Okay, so Bharat Naujawan Sabha, Hindustan Socialist Republican Association, HSRA. Bhagat Singh associated with both. Subhash Chandra Bose for forward block. Forward block. Okay, Surya Sen is the answer. Next, two statements, assertion reasoning. Okay, in my regular classes, whenever I take questions, practice questions, I am giving proper uh, assertion and reasoning and statement problems. Very much important. The Chamana ruler Prithviraj III decisively defeated the invading forces of Muhammad Ghori in 1192 CE. So, just by this statement only, you should reach your answer. Was it 1192? 1192? No, it was 1191. He had defeated in 91. In 1902, he got defeated. In 1902, Prithviraj III got defeated. Right? So he defeated Muhammad Ghori in Battle of Tarain in 1901. In 92, he himself got defeated by Muhammad Ghori. Okay, easy. So please remember, Battle of Tarains are important. Okay, Muhammad Ghori defeated Prithviraj III in second. Chahmanas exercise control over the region of Delhi, Ajmer, that region. Are we clear?
We going good? Simple? Chalo, next. Which of the following statement accurately reflects the biomechanical principles involved during the acceleration phase off of the starting blocks in a 100-meter sprint? Basically, it's trying to ask that when the sprint starts just at the starting point, how the biology and the mechanics of the body they come together and work. Okay, so the sprinter must try forward lean. So they'll always lean forward to optimize horizontal ground reaction force. They have to create a friction. It is like a third law of Newton. The more you push the block, the forward you go. And they keep their head down, correct? They tilt a bit. So horizontal ground reaction force, according to Newton's third law of motion, it is required to propel the body horizontally forward at maximum acceleration. Because it is a 100-meter sprint, so acceleration required should be maximum. Okay. Standing up. So if you see the first option, that should immediately erect the trunk vertically up, leaving the block to maximize stride length. That will not give you a perfect acceleration. Correct? That will not give you a perfect acceleration. So actually, this question also judges your concept, your logical thinking also. Okay, it is not purely, I would say, a rote memory question. Okay, chalo. Next, Mirabai Chanu won India's first gold medal in the women's 48 kg weightlifting event. In which of the following sport event? In July 20. Recent news, very recent news. She was in news recently. Tell me. Very easy. This was very easy. I would say this was very easy. So it was Commonwealth Games. Okay, Mirabai Chanu won gold. It is her third gold in a row. Correct? 2018. She got victorious in 2018, 2022, and now 2026. Okay. What is important here is you should also remember some other names. Chanambam Rishikant Singh he also represents in weightlifting. So you should know some of the sports personalities' names. Okay. And Malaysia's Muhammad Azin bin Bidin took the gold with games record total of 299 kilograms. So how much did Mirabai Chanu lift? 190 kgs. So you should know her women's categories 48 kg weightlifting event and total lift was 190 kilograms, Commonwealth Games, gold medal. This is how we have to revise. Okay, be very selective in revising the notes. Very selective, very choosy. You should you should choose exactly what is now. Para power lifter Jhandu Kumar is also important. Okay, Deborah Mchinje is also important. Jadumani Singh. You should know these names are associated with weightlifting. Next. Uh, Kharif, three statements. Which of the following are correct? Very easy question. Direct. Kharif cropping season generally coincides with the onset of southwest monsoon, with major crops including rice and maize. Obviously, yes. So, Kharif means rice. Rice means monsoon. Like that, you remember. Kharif means rice. Rice means monsoon. KRM. Okay, just for your, I'm saying for your this thing to remember. Rabi cropping season begins with onset of winter, yes, obviously, generally October or December, and major crops are wheat and mustard. Zaid is the in between, the gap portion, short summer period, cropping period between Rabi and Kharif. So, which of the statement are correct? All the statements are correct. Okay, so Kharif, rice, monsoon, Rabi, wheat, winter, RWW. Zaid is between Kharif and Rabi. Watermelon, cucumber. These are the crops associated with Zaid season. Cotton, jute, groundnut, they are associated with Kharif season. Gram, barley, Rabi. Okay. So cropping pattern in India includes both Kharif, Rabi, and Zaid, all three of them. Okay, please. Next. In Hindustani classical music, which genre of vocal composition is most popular and widely performed, featuring a fixed poetic text bound by a specific rag and tal? So we have to master Indian music also. We have to master Indian music as well to clear the exam. Much, much important. So which one is it? Do you think? Which one is it? Khayal. It is khayal. It means thought, imagination. It is predominantly and most widely performed vocal form of Hindustani classical music. Vocal, not instrumental. It is vocal. It has a specific rag and tal. Okay, please remember that. Khayal. Drupad is the oldest surviving one. It is very rigid, austere structure and heavy devotional in nature. Tarana is rhythmic without any strict rules. Okay, rhythmic vocal form that uses meaningless syllables. That is Tarana. And Dhamar is specialized classical genre played significantly with 14 beat Dhamar Tal. So please remember khayal, thought. Okay, next. Assertion and reasoning. Again, depositional features such as sand spits and bars along a coastline can isolate a portion of seawater and lead to the formation of a lagoon. Perfectly right. Good. Kolleru Lake is a prominent freshwater body situated inland between Krishna and Godavari Delta and is not a coastal lagoon formed by spits or bars. A very easy question. I would say it was an easy question. Why? R, A and R are right, but is R the explanation of A? No, R is talking about Kolleru Lake. A doesn't talk only about Kolleru Lake. Had been A containing Kolleru Lake, it was both are correct and it explained correctly. But now Kolleru Lake has nothing to do with the assertion. Am I right? So both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Okay. So depositional features, actions of sea waves and currents can form bars and spits. Now they will divide it seawater with a lagoon. They form a lagoon. Koleru is a freshwater lake between Krishna and Godavari Deltaic region. Okay. So whenever you are doing an assertion and reasoning, think that assertion is a statement and reason should justify this statement. It should completely justify why it is happening. Justification. Always assertion and reasoning may look for a justification, validation. It should validate. Okay, got it? Chilika Lake, we have the largest lagoon, brackish water lagoon. Pulikat Lake, Andhra Pradesh. Vembanad Lake, Kerala. Okay, you should know the lakes and their names. And sea cliffs, caves, arches, and stacks are important erosional landforms. Erosional, not depositional. Okay. Which of the following layers of atmosphere is characterized by the lowest atmospheric temperature near its boundary? So, which has the lowest temperature? What do you think? The lowest temperature. Yes. Vashisht, good. Yes, Vashisht. It is Commonwealth. Good. Okay. Batao, which one is it? It is mesosphere. So, near the top of mesosphere, near the mesopause, has the extremely low value of temperature near its upper boundary, the mesopause. Okay, it is the coldest region in the vertical thermal structure: troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, exosphere. Troposphere is the first where all the phenomena occurs. Stratosphere is the one where is ozone is there. So ozone is in the stratosphere. Please keep in mind. Meteors come in mesosphere. So M for meteors, M for meso. And ionosphere helps in radio communication, radio waves. Ions are there, no? Ions. That's why. Tell me, which of the following national waterway of India is paired? Correct. Quick, 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 quick. Which is correct? One, Bhagirathi Hooghly, perfectly right. Two, Brahmaputra. Three, West Coast Canal, correct. Fourth, Narmada. Is fourth Narmada? No, fourth is not Narmada. National Waterway 4 is associated with Krishna Godavari River and Canal System. Okay. One is Haldia Prayagraj, two is Brahmaputra from Dhubri to Sadia in Assam, and three is in Kerala. Please remember at least top five waterways you should know. Now tell me, I'm giving it as a homework in the chat portion. Please tell me National Waterway 5 where it is. Okay. National Waterway 5. Just tell me in the chat portion. Okay. Chalo, next. Match list 1 and list 2. A very easy question. I think this was a what to say smoothie. It was a smoothie, vanilla smoothie. Correct? So, which one should be the Article 17 is untouchability. Article 25, freedom of conscience and profession of religion. 4, uniform civil code. Am I right? And C, Article 29, protect of interests of minorities. है ना? Abolition of untouchability. Article 17. Correct? What was the act? Statute. Statute is Protection of Civil Rights Act. Freedom of religion is given to PPP, practice, profess, propagate. Practice, profess, propagate. Minority rights covered in 29 and Article 30 both, and Uniform Civil Code talks about Article 44 talks about Uniform Civil Code in DPSP. So D was DPSP. Again, consider the following statement. Which of the following are right? Warren Hastings was the first Governor General of Bengal. Correct. To hold the office. Correct. Lord Wellesley introduced the annexation policy of doctrine of lapse. Aye, 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 aye. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Doctrine of lapse. D for doctrine of lapse. D for Dalhousie. Wellesley started subsidiary alliance, not doctrine of lapse. So statement 2 became wrong. Lord Canning became the first Viceroy of India after the transfer of administrative authority from East India Company. Yes, perfectly right. After the Government of India Act. Am I right? So which of the statements are correct? Only 1 and 3. It was Dalhousie, Lord Dalhousie, who started the doctrine of lapse. Wellesley started the subsidiary alliance. So please remember D for Dalhousie, D for doctrine of lapse. Will you remember? Will you remember? Chalo, next. Which fundamental physics law states that at a constant temperature, the volume of a given dry gas is inversely proportional to its pressure? Which law states that? It is Boyle's law. Correct? It states that for a fixed temperature, a gas at a fixed temperature, the volume of the gas will be inversely proportional to the pressure. So as the pressure increases, the volume decreases. As the pressure increases, the volume decreases. Okay. So Boyle's law states that. Okay. Combining Boyle's law and Avogadro's law, the ideal gas equation PV is equals to nRT is achieved. PV is equals to nRT. Remember? Yes. Which of the following statement is correct?
Year vision.
10-year strategy, 3-year action agenda.
No issues. Am I right? Yes. Then next.
We have NITI Aayog allocates plan to fund states, replacing the Planning Commission's role in resource devolution. Plan funds to states.
Allocate funds.
No, that is done by
It's true. 12th 5-year plan was the last 5-year plan because our
Planning Commission was dissolved, and we had
institution
forming India. NITI
came into picture. Now Niti Aayog wanted
3
15-year vision document, 7-year strategy, and 3-year action agenda. So
taking care of
short term, medium term, and long term. Okay.
allocation of fund is done by Ministry of Finance. Allocation of fund is done by Ministry of Finance. Will you remember that?
Uh, uh,
What is the article for Finance Commission? But Ministry of Finance does this, but it on the recommendations of
what is the article?
NITI Aayog evolution.
Contribution to states, it was increased from 32 to 42%, and 15th Finance Commission reduced it from 42 to 41%. Okay, please tell me in the chat what is the article number for Finance Commission. Chalo, I'll give you a hint. It starts with 2. Okay, chalo. What is the primary objective of ISRO's project NETR? Current affairs. Current affairs. Current affairs. Netra means eyes. With eyes, what you will see? What you will see? To map mineral resources? No. To set up an early warning system to detect debris and threats to Indian satellites. Anything which breaks in the space and it's now no more useful. It's just pieces left. They fly in the space at a very high velocity and that can smash the whole
Now, these pieces are called debris.
Something called as Netra system, network for space object tracking and analysis. Okay, now this comes under India's dedicated operational hub for space situational awareness, SSA. It can detect up to 10 centimeters debris. Okay, uh, it alerts ISRO mission control.
Debris or defunct satellites become.
It strikes and it damages a satellite, it's a loss of thousands of crores. Correct? Option A, lunar surface mineral mapping is carried out by lunar exploration missions such as Chandrayaan 2 and 3. Okay, so lunar surface is Chandrayaan 2 and 3. Option C talks about provide high speed satellite broadband India, that is GSAT 11 and 20. Correct? And for Sun, we have Aditya L1 mission. And for Sun, we have Aditya L1. Next. Which of the following is the correct sequence of taxonomic hierarchy from highest to lowest rank? Now, there is a very nice trick here to remember this. There is a very nice trick. What is the trick? King Philip came, King Philip. So now you got the answer also. King Philip came over food, came over for good soup. KPCOFGS. King Philip came over for good soup. Kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. So if I'm saying Homo sapiens, Homo sapiens, Homo is the genus, sapiens is the species. Correct? So that is how we do it in a chronology. What my point? Homo sapiens में Homo, see, for example, Homo sapiens में Homo is the genus.
Sapiens is the species. Now, who devised this? Carl Linnaeus. Carl Linnaeus. Next. Again, correct statements. Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, it provides
Rupees 5 lakh.
per year for secondary and tertiary care hospitalization.
Application is largely based on SEC.
SECC 2011 deprivation in rural and urban areas. Socio-economic class census 2011. Which of the following is correct? Are both the statements correct? Yes. 5 lakh per family. It is the world's largest government funded healthcare program. 5 lakh per family for secondary and tertiary care. How will I get to know which families are eligible? Socio-economic caste census was used for that. Data sources SECC 2011. Got it? So it is based on the number, a income criteria and all are there. Urban criteria is there, rural criteria is there. Okay. It is worth noting that Union Cabinet recently approved the expansion of the scheme to provide health coverage to all senior citizens aged 70 years and above. Now it has been increased to all the senior citizens. So the seniors will receive a distinct card and separate top-up cover of 5 lakh rupees. So please remember it has been extended to all the senior citizens. Okay. Consider the following statement regarding southwest monsoon. Okay, very good. Good question. It was a good question. Delay in onset of southwest monsoon leads to reduction of rainfall in that year. What logic? Is there any logic in this statement? Why delay is low rainfall? No. After delay, it can be a very high rainfall. Also, statement one goes wrong, but still you cannot eliminate. Only one is wrong means still B and C can be the answer. Kerala is the first state or UT to receive southwest monsoon in. Is it so? Is it so? No. Andaman Nicobar is the first. See, cleverness. It is not asking state only, it is asking state or UT, any one. So it is Andaman Nicobar which receives the first rainfall. Okay. So a delayed monsoon does not mean a poor monsoon. It might be a very good surplus monsoon also. Okay. Got it? India receives 116 centimeter rainfall every year, of which southwest monsoon contributes 89 centimeter. Okay, so it is the southwest monsoon which is responsible for majority of the rainfall received by India? Southwest monsoon. Okay, please keep in mind it is Andaman Nicobar which receives the first rain, and in states it is Kerala. Which among the following administers, who among the following administers
Office to the governor of state in India. To governor, be careful. It is governor. Who will who appoints the governor? President. So don't get confused with president. It is not the answer. It is Chief Justice of the concerned High Court. To the president, who does? Don't no need to mark.
of India? So governor, who is the corresponding authority at the state level? It is Chief Justice of the concerned High Court. So Article 159 of the Constitution takes care of oath of the governor before entering into office. Please keep in mind. Okay, everyone. Next. Which of the following best describes the amendment procedure for Indian Constitution under Article 368 special majority? Okay, now this is a very long, lengthy question. You have to read it line by line, but we can be quick. All provisions of the Constitution can be amended only through a special majority. Ah, no, 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 no. So after this, you don't even need to read. Correct? The Indian Constitution provides three different methods, correct? Some of them simple majority, good. Some require special majority, good. And some requires ratification by half of the state legislature. Perfectly right. Correct? Simple majority is out of Article 368. It is not in 368. Okay? Simple majority. Like creation of new state. Special majority is under Article 368. Got it? It is, what is that? The majority should be of total membership of each house and a majority of not less than two-third P and V present and voting. Special majority of parliament plus state ratification is under 368. Both of them. Okay. So please remember half of the state legislature are also required by simple majority. At center it will be special, but at states, those 50% states, it will be simple majority. Please remember that. Okay. Clear? Any issues, any doubts, please pop up. Finance Commission. What is the article? Finance Commission. Quick, quick. It is a value, okay, net domestic product. It is the value of all final goods and services produced within the boundary of a nation in a year and adjust for inflation. Inflation. Depreciation. First statement itself is wrong. And if the first statement is wrong, you get your answer immediately. It is adjusted for depreciation. NDP of an economy has to be always lower than its GDP because from GDP you subtract depreciation to get NDP. So if I'm subtracting 2 from 4 and my result is 2, it has to be always lower than 4. Correct? NDP also highlight the achievements of an economy in the area of research. And now please pay attention. There is a concept here. Gross domestic product minus depreciation is NDP. Now, if the depreciation is very small, don't you think GDP and LDP will be almost same? Yes, because depreciation is very small. Now, how the depreciation can be small? It is because of this good research and development. If R&D is very good, depreciation very, very small, and NDP will almost be equal to GDP. So, the second and third statement is right. Please remember that. The closer the NDP value with that of GDP, the better the R&D in an economy. Okay? Will you keep that in mind? Okay, next. Who among the following was honored with Bharat Samman 2026 for her contribution to women's empowerment and the uplift of economically disadvantaged women? Who was the personality? It was Nandini Azad, Current Affairs. Current Affairs. Okay. Working Women's Forum. She's the president and the Indian Cooperative Network for Women. She was honored with Bharat Samman 2026. Okay. Please remember. The International Institute of Education and Management and Economic Growth Foundation, they present the award to her on June 21. It was June Current Affairs. Nandini Azad. Please remember. Okay. So that was all about the questions in GS, GK. Okay. Please keep revising. Don't get demotivated if you're scoring less in the mocks. Perfectly fine. Analyze your mocks. Okay, we all the faculties and team of Oliveboard is there with you. Okay, buckle up and please be motivated, work hard. Definitely you will achieve it. Thank you everyone. We'll meet soon. Thank you.